my buddy goes on and he does the exact same thing, but he's got the meatball sub. So he's got all the veggies, basically the exact same sub, but with meatballs, and it's like, what are they putting in the meat that it's free?
Yeah!
But there's other stuff too, though, if you think about it. There's totally other stuff. And I'll be driving, right? I mean, who here drives? That's what I want to know.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
We were driving earlier today, and it's like, oh, fuck, you see all these, it's like baby on board, right? You've been driving behind somebody, and it's like baby on board.
You need somebody doing a rim shot.
And it's like, oh, I was gonna hit your car, but now that I see the sign, I'm not, baby, you know. But there's other stuff too, though. If you think about it, there's totally other stuff. I've been I don't know about you guys, but I've been sick as a dog. So I go to the doctor. God, I've been there. It feels like I'm there all the time now. And you know, it's always the same thing. And it's like, what? It's like I go there, and it's like, well, what's with slang these days? You know what I mean? There's also slang as well. And I go there, and I'm like, oh, I tell him what I've been doing lately. I tell him what I've been what's been up with me, and he says something like, I tell him all my symptoms, right? A lot of coughing, sneezing, the usual. And he's like, but slang, right? You know, there's also that. And he'll be like, oh, you know, it's you're sick, you're ill. And I'm like, what is my doctor, a 14-year-old skateboarder? No, but I am sick, though. That's the thing. I am sick. I'm there all the time. And, you know, they always give you the same shit when you're there. And, it's really always the same type of stuff. And last time I was there, and he's like, and you tell him, you know, it's always the same thing with doctors, right? You get him, you tell him what you got, and he's like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm up all night, I'm sweating, I'm hot as a beast, and I'm hot, I'm sweating, you know, and I tell the fucking guy, and I'm like, tell him all my symptoms. He's like, oh, you got a cold, right? Always the same shit. And then I'm like, Doc, if I'm up all night sweating, why is it called cold? Why isn't it called hot? But there's other stuff too, though, if you think about it. There's other stuff. There's tons of other stuff. The other day, I don't know about you guys, sometimes I take the bus. I don't always drive. Baby on board, I don't always drive. Sometimes I'll take the bus, right? You know, Montreal's got a good transit system. So I'll be out there, or anywhere, you know, it doesn't have to be Montreal. But signs, there's signs all over the place, eh? So I'll be out there, and waiting for the bus, right? You got the bus stop right there, and you got their sign, and then right next to it, there's another sign. It's like, no, you know, no standing. no parking, no standing, you know. And I'm waiting for the bus, and I'm looking at this sign, and I'm like, I see the bus stop sign, and I look over and I see the other sign, and I'm like, no standing. What do you want me to do, dance? But I am sick, though. I am sick. I'm sick as a dog. I've been sick for, Jesus, feels like years. And every time I go, it's the same thing. I'll say it's, I tell them my symptoms, and it's always the same thing, right, folks?
I don't know.
Every time I go out there, and, the guy, the doctor, right, he's telling something. It's always a different story. But I say that, I tell him my symptoms, you know the deal. And he says, you got a bug. You got a bug. They always say that. They don't know what it is. It's a bug, right? And I'm like, Doc, I got a bug. Well, why don't you give me a net? Why don't you prescribe me a net? Steve Jr.'s up next.